Most people think saving $100,000 is impossible if you're earning an average or even below average salary. But let me tell you, it's not only possible, it can happen faster than you think. The secret isn't how much you earn, it's how you play the money game. For most people it feels completely out of reach. Now let's be honest, most of the advice you've heard about money probably sounds horrible. No lattes, no vacations, no jeans, no fun. That's what traditional financial advice makes you believe. And if you're making 30 to 40K a year, you've been told that your only hope is to budget every penny and somehow wait 70,000 years to have enough. Here's the truth. You don't need to live like a monk to build wealth. You don't need to swear off coffee, cancel every subscription, or spend your weekends clipping coupons. I've seen people earning $30,000 a year quietly stack six-figure savings without sacrificing the things that actually make life enjoyable. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it too, using psychology, automation, and big wins. Stick with me, because by the end of the video, you will have a clear roadmap to save $100,000, even if you're earning less than 30K, and the best part? Once it's set up, it will take you less than an hour per month to manage. But before going to next, do like, comment and subscribe. Here's the trap most people fall into. They believe discipline alone will carry them to wealth. Just work harder. Just budget harder. Just say no more often. But if you've ever tried to follow that advice, you know what happens. You cut out the little joys for a while, and then life throws something at you. A car repair, medical bill, or even just exhaustion, and you slide right back. It feels like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. You start obsessing over questions like, should I cancel Spotify? Should I buy generic peanut butter instead of the brand I like? Maybe I should stop eating out altogether? But here's the harsh reality. Even if you eliminated all of those things, you'd still be barely moving the needle. Cutting small costs is not the path to financial freedom. It's like trying to win a basketball game by only playing defense. You can block shots all day, but unless you actually score, you can't win. Let's compare 2 different approaches. Imagine someone earns $50,000 per year. They decide to save manually. Maybe $50 a month. That's $600 a year. They don't invest regularly, don't negotiate raises, and don't automate their money. Fast forward 30 years, and they've scraped together just about $31,000. 30 years of stress and sacrifice for a number that still doesn't provide security. That's the cost of playing small. Now let's flip the script. Same income, same city, same starting point. But this person negotiates a $5,000 raise. They set up an automated system that funnels $200 per month into a simple low-cost index fund. They don't obsess over coffee or takeout. They allow themselves to enjoy life without guilt. 30 years later, their portfolio is worth over $230,000. That's the difference between playing defense and finally going on offense. Now you've seen how most people play defense with their money and where that path leads. Now let's talk about why. Because if you're trying to save $100,000 and you're still following the advice you heard from some random bro wearing an Under Armour shirt on TikTok, you're not just wasting your time, you are actually actively sabotaging yourself. Before we dive deeper, let's crush some toxic money myths that keep you broke. Myth number 1. You're broke because of coffee. Reality. That latte isn't your enemy. A $5 drink isn't ruining your financial future. But ignoring a $5,000 raise at work? That's what's keeping you stuck. Myth number 2. Renting is throwing money away. Reality. Renting is simply paying for a roof over your head, just like eating at a restaurant is paying for food. Buying a house without running the numbers carefully can actually be one of the worst financial decisions you make. In some cases, renting is smarter and more flexible. Myth number 3. You just need to budget harder. Reality. Let's be honest. Most people's budgets don't work. They're punishment disguised as planning. They force you to track endless details and leave you with nothing more than a depressing spreadsheet. A conscious spending plan, on the other hand, gives you freedom. It tells you where your money is going, aligns it with your values, and helps you look forward with confidence. The sooner you stop believing these myths, the sooner you'll stop sabotaging yourself. Here's the foundation of everything. You cannot rely on willpower. You need a system that works on autopilot. Think about it. Do you try to feed your dog every day? No, it just happens. The same should be true with money. Here's how to set up your system step by step. 1. Open a high-yield savings account. Use it for your emergency fund and short-term goals. Stop letting money sit idle in checking. 2. Maximize your 401k match if your employer offers one. That's free money on the table. 3. Open a Roth IRA at a reputable broker like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab. Even $50 a month invested consistently will grow into something powerful. 4. Choose smart investments. Stick to index funds or target date funds. You don't need to gamble on individual stocks. 5. Automate everything. Bills, savings, investments. Set it up once and let it run. 6. Create sub-accounts for big purchases. Want a vacation? Start a vacation fund now. That way you can enjoy guilt-free spending when the time comes. Once the system is in place, you won't be worrying about when payday is or whether you remember to transfer money. The system does the work while you live your life. Now it's time for the strategy that can take you from saving a little bit to building real wealth. And this is a very important step of the process. This is something most people never do, your big win. It's not about finding 50 clever hacks. It's about landing 1 or 2 big wins that change the game. Option 1. Negotiate your salary. A $5,000 raise compounded over 20 years equals more than $100,000. That's life-changing. And yes, you can learn scripts and strategies to do this successfully. Option 2. Start a side income. Even an extra $500 a month becomes $6,000 a year. Over time, that snowballs into 6 figures. And you already have skills people will pay for. Tutoring, writing, design, organizing, pet sitting, coaching, the list is endless. Option 3. Gradually increase your investments. Each year, raise your contribution by 1%. Today you invest 8% of your income. Next year make it 9%. In 10 years, you'll be investing almost double what you are now, with hundreds of thousands more saved. Now, every time I share this plan, I hear the same excuses. I don't have time. I'm not good with money. What if I fail? Let me just answer those for you right now. You don't need hours every week. 1 focused hour per month is enough to check your system. The system itself does the work. You don't need fancy apps or constant monitoring. You just need to set it up. And you don't need to be perfect. Even if you get it 85% right, you're already far ahead of most people who never start at all. Budgets make you feel guilty. Conscious spending plans make you feel free. With this method, you proactively decide where your money goes. And as long as you hit 4 key numbers, the rest is flexible. 50 to 60% goes to fixed costs. Rent, bills, debt payments, groceries. 5 to 10% to savings. 5 to 10% to investments, ideally more over time. 20 to 35% for guilt-free spending on the things you love. Alright, now that we've crushed the excuses, let's talk about the plan that actually makes your 100K goal real. This is where it all comes together. If you invest with an average return of 7%, $321 per month will get you there in 15 years. $585 per month will get you there in 10 years. $1,405 per month will get you there in 5 years. It's not magic. It's math. And it's incredibly clarifying once you see it. Without investing, the timeline stretches painfully long. With investing and big wins, it becomes realistic and achievable. Can we talk about what this actual money means to you? It could be the down payment on your first house. It could be the freedom to walk away from a job that you really don't enjoy. It could fund a year of travel, seed money for a business, or simply the comfort of knowing you'll never be 1 paycheck away from disaster again. This isn't just about numbers. It's about freedom. Now there is something that quietly holds a lot of people back, especially as they start to save and invest and put money in the bank, spending guilt. A lot of us were taught to fear money. Remember those phrases you heard growing up? Money doesn't grow on trees. Don't be wasteful. We can't afford that. So what happens is you start believing that spending money means you're bad. Bad advice doesn't just waste your time. It costs you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Delaying investing until 35? That's $500,000 gone. Never negotiating salary? Another 100,000 lost. Following budget harder advice? That's years of frustration with no results. So stop obsessing over pennies while ignoring the opportunities worth tens of thousands. By now, you've built a system. You've chosen a big win. You've created a conscious spending plan that aligns with your values. And you understand exactly what $100,000 can mean for your life. This isn't theory, it's a practical roadmap. Even if you earn $30,000 a year, this system can take you to 6 figures in savings. I've seen it happen again and again. Do like, comment and subscribe.